Hello? Hi Avery, hi Kimono. Could you guys let me know how the audio is? My Wi-Fi's working today. Let's go. At least for now. Also, I ran 3 minutes of ads at the beginning today, so we won't have any pre-rolls for an hour. Let's see if that, helps anything. He's fine, audio sounds fine. Okay, good. Perfect. Alright. But yeah, so if it ever starts buffering, feel free to refresh it. And even if you don't have a sub, you shouldn't be hit with pre-rolls, at least not for the first hour. Bro, we're finishing the game today! Fun times. Hi Sane, how are you? But yes, our goal today is to finish. Court will now reconvene. I assume both sides are ready. Yes, Your Honor. Yes, Your Honor. I can understand the defense acting like this. However, why do you also seem distraught, Mr. Edgeworth? Are you all doing fine? Oh, I'm glad you're doing fine. I'm pretty good. I'm glad the Wi-Fi's working, so that's like my main thing. But yeah. Hope everyone else is doing well too. It's nothing, Your Honor. What's wrong with Edgeworth? It looks like something unexpected just happened to him. Now then, Mr. Edgeworth, if you could please tell the court the results of the handwriting analysis on Miss Impact's suicide note. Yes, Your Honor. Unfortunately, we have discovered that this suicide note is a forgery. What? What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth? This note was not written by Miss Impacts herself. It is a fake. Wait, I don't remember this. I swear I played this game before. Order. Mr. Edgeworth, would you care to explain what is going on? If this was not written by Miss Impacts, then who wrote it? We would need more time to do a more detailed analysis. However, it appears that the handwriting matches that of the victim, Mr. Juan Corrida. Mr. Corrida? Well. It looks like Miss Impacts never left a suicide note after all. She never wrote anything about On Guard. However, Your Honor, even though this suicide note is indeed a fake, Mr. On Guard could not have known that, and so the facts remain unchanged. Acting under the assumption that it was real, he had plotted to possess it. That does sound very plausible. This theory that On Guard had no idea that the suicide note was fake. Something seems a little wrong with it. Evidence? What do we have? Oh boy. Oh, maybe like, because he was spying. Right? Maybe? I'm scum saving. The defense believes that the theory the prosecution has stated contradicts testimony. If everything the prosecution has proven up to this point is true, then it's impossible for Mr. On Guard to not have known it was fake. Camera. Take that! What is this little item called again? A video camera, Your Honor. Well, a very small one, but... Oh, that's right, a camera. Ah, you kids and your fancy toys nowadays. Mr. Edgeworth, earlier you claimed that Mr. On Guard knew of the existence of this note, because he was spying on the victim. Isn't that right? If that were true, then this means Mr. On Guard would have known that the victim had forged the note. Ah! So then, the defendant knew that the suicide note was a fake. And if that's true, then the situation has suddenly changed in a very dramatic way. Exactly, Your Honor. The prosecution's theory as to what Mr. On Guard's motive for murder was, it has suddenly disappeared into thin air. But Your Honor, it's not as if Mr. On Guard monitored Mr. Corrida 24 hours a day. Perhaps the victim wrote the note in a place Mr. On Guard didn't know of. Well, right back at you, Mr. Edgeworth. Why don't you show us some proof that the victim made the forgery in an unknown place? Oh, how the turntables! Order, order, order. Mr. Edgeworth. Looks like this time it is you who has dug his own grave. As I figured. Ah? As you figured? As I figured. It came down to this after all. Mr. Edgeworth, you are not making any sense. When I heard the results of the handwriting analysis, I thought this might happen. The question is, what next? What next? If the prosecution can't prove Mr. On Guard's motive through the evidence, then we must prove it from another angle. Well, I agree with you there. Your Honor, the prosecution would like to call a witness to the stand at this time. Oh, well, that's fine. However, this witness is a little unusual. Edgeworth stuttering? This isn't like him at all. Unusual? Well, what sort of witness is this person, Mr. Edgeworth? This witness is one who is perfectly fit to answer once and for all the question of, who was it that hired Shelley the Killer to commit murder? That's impossible! Who in the... No such person exists who can answer that question with such certainty! Yes, Mr. Edgeworth. Who is this witness? Yes, go on. Who is it? The man himself. Mr. Shelley the Killer. Oh, Mr. the Killer. Wait! Shelley the Killer? You mean... the killer? The assassin? Yes, Your Honor. He's coming here? To the witness stand? Well, yes, in a manner of speaking. I recognize that this is a very unusual circumstance, so I ask for your permission. Well, Mr. Wright. Yes? Is this alright with you? Do I have a choice here? I can't really do much else to drag this trial out. The defense has no objections, Your Honor. I wonder if it really is alright to do this. Very well, then. The prosecution calls its witness to the stand. Edgeworth, is there no other way left to us? Now then, witness. Your name and your, occupation, please. Very good, sir. My name is Shelley the Killer, and I am a professional assassin. I say! What is going on here? Your Honor. How can you remain so calm? And what is the meaning of this two-way radio? Actually, Your Honor, it was delivered to me just now, and it came with a condition. As long as we do not trace its source, Mr. the Killer will testify to this court. I love that the testimony is more important than finding a killer. We love to see it. So this must be what that urgent phone call he got earlier was about. Oh no, this will not do. I can't allow this in my court. First of all, we can't even be sure this is really Mr. the Killer himself. Witness, please present some sort of proof that you are, in fact, Shelley the Killer. I understand. Please wait a second. I'm so hungry. Maya! A voice? Mr. Wright, can you confirm anything from this? The defense has no objections to this person. We're satisfied that this man is indeed Shelley the Killer. Looks like we've run into yet another unexpected turn of events. Well, it doesn't seem like we have too many choices under these circumstances, so... Now then, witness. There is one thing I would like to confirm before we speak of anything else. And what would that be? At the request of a client, you killed Mr. Juan Corrida. Is this correct? It is as you say. I did indeed kill Mr. Corrida. Oh. Now that we have answered that, let's move on to the name of your client. Very well. This is all just a bad dream. Yes, that's it. A bad dream. Shelley the Killer. What is he going to say? Well, he's not gonna name drop anyone, that's for sure. About my client. There is something I must first state. To an assassin, nothing is more important than the trust between a client and himself. And that is the reason I am here today on this witness stand. It is my wish that you grasp this concept before I give you the name of my client. Very helpful. Mr. De Killer seems to be a very clever man. I'd almost say he seems to be mocking us. He probably is. Well, he may appear to be our enemy, Your Honor. Mr. De Killer is only stating the truth. He is no hypocrite. He has always stood by this one belief. You mean about this trust between his client and himself thing? It seems to be a level of trust beyond what people like me can comprehend. Well, Mr. Wright, are you ready to cross-examine the witness? Yes, Your Honor. There's no way to know what's coming next, so stay cool and collected, Phoenix. Yes, ma'am. Press everything! Or maybe not everything. To an assessment, okay. The trust between you and your client. I provide my services in a fast and efficient manner. In exchange, I trust that my clients are discreet about me and my identity. If too many people knew my face, it would be quite troublesome. And that is why you're testifying in this manner. This is the first time one of my clients has ever been accused of murder. I must preserve the De Killer name so that my clients can trust me. Oh, so he's basically just told us that Matt is, in fact, his client. Okay, cool. But couldn't someone stab you in the back and break your trust? It has never happened before. But if it ever did... Yes? That person wouldn't be my client for very long. They would certainly... That's enough! Please, no more. Very well. It was only hypothetical anyway. Are you sure about that? That seems a little strange to me. I mean, you're about to tell us the name of your client. I would think that this would be very bad for them. It doesn't matter to me. This client has already broken the rules and acted outside of their prescribed role. Their role? This person tried to implicate another of the crime in order to save themselves. And this is a trespass that cannot be forgiven. Oh wait, I remember where this is going! Who gave you the right to be so high and mighty? To the gentleman who spoke just now, excuse me, but would you care to die? No, I didn't say anything. The judge had better watch himself. We understand, so please tell us the name of your client. I am afraid I cannot do that. I still have a few things to say before I do. That egomaniacal... It's not good for your health to be so aggravated. You won't live very long if you let everything bother you. Somehow, that coming from an assassin makes it less than comforting. I don't really care about all this extra fluff. Just tell us the name already. Okay, I guess I do have to press a bit. Okay, cool. We can hear anything you have to say later. Can you please just tell us your client's... I don't think you understand your place, Mr. Attorney. I said this is something I must first state. Do you know what the word first means? Sorry. Go on. Well, it appears that this is one witness you can't badger, Mr. Wright. That's only because you don't know about Maya's situation. Okay. Maybe if I just do this now? Huh? Okay. You wanna say something? Just between you and your client. Oh, I'm sorry, but I was wondering about something you just said. You said that your client had already broken the rules. A person who frames another is the worst kind of human. And that's why you feel you can betray this person. I have no trust relation with a client who can't understand their assigned role. Just my luck. An assassin with a conscience. Who would have figured? Now then, everyone, do you think you can understand my logic? This case just keeps getting better and better. If you can't, then I'm afraid we can't proceed. Everyone understands your point, I think. Really. In that case, I believe I am prepared to disclose the information you seek. Made it crystal clear that you value trust over all else. I believe we are ready. Excellent. Okay, this one? What is it? Now I can't bring myself to ask the client's name. You can't ask it, Mr. Wright, then I will. Witness. What is the name of your client who requested the murder of Mr. Juan Corrida? That person's name is... Adrian Andrews. What? Witness! That's not who you told me it was earlier. Pray tell, what are you talking about, Mr. Prosecutor? I should think I know my own client, and it is Adrian Andrews. What? It can't be. On the phone earlier. What's going on here? My guess is that Mr. DeKiller just stabbed Mr. Edgeworth in the back. Stabbed Edgeworth in the back? I'm sure in order to get an audience with this court, Mr. DeKiller told him a different name. Matt on guard, perhaps? I knew it. This is outrageous. I was deceived. This witness is telling a very serious lie. But you were the one who summoned this witness. You, Shelley DeKiller. My testimony is the truth. The defendant at the moment is Matt on guard, am I correct? All I wish to do is help procure his acquittal. Wow. All of a sudden, it feels like we can actually win this. Yeah. But we don't want to win. The prosecution has failed to provide a motive, and it has instead provided this suicide note, which is a forgery created by the victim. Furthermore, there is a possibility that the defendant himself knew it was a fake. But most definitive of all, we have heard from the assassin himself, the name of his client. Mr. DeKiller's client who requested the murder was not the defendant at all. No. With all this evidence, it is obvious to me that this means that Mr. Matt on guard is innocent. I seem to have caused you all a bit of confusion. Please, continue your discussion and call me when you have reached a verdict. He's just leaving. Bailiff, please bring Miss Adrian Andrews in immediately. What now? With the way this is going, On Guard will be found innocent. This may be our last chance to save Maya. Yeah, but Edgeworth is right. DeKiller is lying. And On Guard, my client, I know he's guilty. Can I live with myself if I win this? Who would have believed that the prosecution's own witness would absolve the defendant? Your Honor, the prosecution requests permission to further question the witness. Shelley DeKiller is certainly lying under oath. It wasn't me! Listen, everyone, please. That testimony just now, it was all one big lie. Miss Andrews? The suicide note may have been a fake, but that man, Matt, he's the reason why Celeste died. And Juan's death, it was all because he got pulled into Matt's twisted world. That testimony just now, you have to believe me. It was a horrible, horrible lie. But Mr. DeKiller himself has testified. He has named you as his client. No, that's not true. Also, there's quite a bit of evidence that points to you. knife and button, donning the nickel samurai costume. But that's... You even have a motive. We know that Miss Celeste Impacts was a large part of your life. You wanted to follow her, and you wanted revenge against the two who hurt her. I would say you have plenty of reason to want them both dead. No. Mr. Wright! You know the truth. Tell them. Tell them the real story. Who the real killer is. Tell them. Please. Help me. Yes, I know the truth. Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. I believe we have reached the end of this trial. Therefore, I ask the defense for any final words or opinions. You have to decide. Do I take the not guilty verdict and save Maya? Or do I throw this chance away and wait for Gumshoe's new evidence? What am I supposed to do? Continue! Phoenix. I can't do it, Mia. I can't accept a not guilty. You are a lawyer. I know. But Matt on guard is a killer. A murderer! I can't let him get away with this. I can't let someone else take the fall. If I let Miss Andrews be convicted, then I'm no better than on guard. And even though I don't want to admit it, I have to face the fact that it's because of Edgeworth that I now know the real truth. He could have gotten on guard convicted so many times over, but he never took a single one of those chances. If I take this verdict right now, I'd be betraying his trust. His trust? I never thought about it until now. I trust him? Yes, you do. That's right, bestie. Mr. Wright, your opinion, please. The defense requests that we be allowed to further question Mr. DeKiller. Am I hearing you correctly, Mr. Wright? Right. But that witness has cleared your client through his testimony. Your job here is done. I'm not done yet. To see through witnesses' lies and find the truth. That is my job, Your Honor. There's still more evidence to look at. And I'm sure that once those pieces arrive here in this very courtroom, a miracle will occur. Very well. The trial will continue. Mr. Edgeworth, please re-establish connection with Mr. DeKiller. Right away, Your Honor. Let's go. Has a verdict been reached? Before that, we would like to talk with you a little more. About? All you needed from me was the name of my client. What else could you need me for? Well, actually, we would like to hear everything you know about this case. That is how things are. Usually done. What is he talking about? Usually done? But what shall we have him testify about now? Mr. DeKiller, if you don't mind, please testify about your client in more detail. You legal people and your procedures. Is it any wonder no one likes to go to court? I mean, facts. About my client, part 2. As I have already stated quite a few times, Adrian Andrews is my client. However, one thing I simply cannot overlook is tampering with the scene of the crime. My client did it to frame another for the crime, while pretending to be the first person to discover the body and enter the scene. Adrian Andrews already knew from the very beginning that Juan Corrida was dead. But even more appalling is the creation and planting of the knife and the button. That act is what I was referring to when I said my client had broken the rules. This is a most unexpected turn of events for the, 5th time now. However, this time, everything has finally been revealed.
Objection!
Just a second, Your Honor. Yes, Mr. Edgeworth? We still have the cross-examination to do. But you don't need to question testimony like this. Do you, Mr. Wright? Your Honor, the defense will question the witness, as if I have a choice here. Why? What this witness has said is nothing but beneficial to the defense's case. If you scrutinize the testimony, then I'll expose the lies in that oh-so-beneficial testimony, I suppose. I don't understand what's going on anymore. That makes two of us. Let's go. I'll just press everything, it's fine. What is it, Mr. Wright? If I press him the wrong way, it might raise suspicions on his end. But I have to do something to waste more time. Witness. About requesting a hit. Yes? How much is your fee? I see you are also quite a dark-hearted man, Mr. Attorney. Huh? If you would like to talk business, we can do so after the trial. No! I'm not thinking of hiring... Mr. Wright. Yes? You want to kill me. You want me dead, don't you? What? Why would you think something like that, Your Honor? Guilty, Mr. Phoenix Wright. You are hereby declared guilty. Witness, let's continue. Why did you disclose the name of your client? They are your client, are they not? I would think that most people wouldn't be able to overlook a person hiring another to kill. If I had a problem with such a thing, I wouldn't be very effective at my job. Yeah. Well, a change in occupation might be good for you. However, I will say this. Even though I am the one that does the deed, my clients are always the real guilty party. It goes without saying, Mr. DeKiller. And their fate is to live with the knowledge of their guilt on their shoulders. However, my client this time thought they could run away from their guilt. Are you talking about the button and the knife? Yes, and my business card. Oh, this card. So that no one has to waste their time, including the police. I always make it a point to make things as easy as possible. You tried to make things easy. My business card makes it very easy to identify who carried out the service. He's pretty devoted to his work. But to disregard everything, to go and stab the deceased with a knife, and even hide my card from sight, that is something I cannot tolerate. It's really hard to tell if he's being truthful or not without him being here. So you're saying most clients wouldn't do such a thing? That is correct. Usually, most people try to create an alibi for themselves. If you should use my services, Mr. Attorney, I would suggest you plan for your alibi too. No! I already told you, I have no intention of using your services, ever! Why does he keep looking at me like I'm the one on trial here? Adrian Andrews already knew. Okay. From the very beginning. That is correct. From before my client visited the room. All of my clients know precisely what the situation is at all times. I wonder if that's really true. That's odd. Okay, knew from the beginning that Juan Corrida was dead. I mean, the wine glass thing was what she said she left it on the table because she thought he was just sleeping? Maybe this? Heh. Thank you so much for taking the time to testify, Mr. DeKiller. What is the meaning of that attitude? When Adrian Andrews entered the victim's room, Your client had no idea that Juan Corrida had been murdered. But how? How do you know that? From this wine glass, Your Honor. Glass? Mr. De Killer's supposed client thought Mr. Corrida had only fainted, which is why this glass of tomato juice was poured for the victim. But isn't that just a part of Adrian Andrews' calculated plan? That's not possible, Your Honor. This glass bears the fingerprints of that person. Had this been planned, they would never have left their fingerprints behind. I see your point. Mr. Edgeworth, what is your opinion? Strangely enough, I had the same exact thought just now. Witness, how do you explain this strange phenomenon? Isn't it a waste of time to ask about such a minor detail? It's not a very important point anyway, correct? I'm afraid you're mistaken. If Adrian Andrews really is your client, as you claim, then your client should have had knowledge of Mr. Corrida's death. If not, and that can only mean that Adrian Andrews was never your client at all. How strange. Yes? Why is it that the attorney has yet to raise an objection at this absurd situation? Phoenix, if De Killer figures out what we're up to, we're in real trouble. Yeah, I know. Mr. Edgeworth, I'm surprised. You know you can't say things like that without any evidence. Oh, sorry. Well, that was an awfully weak objection for the two of you. Anyway, I'm positive there was a contradiction in that testimony. The prosecution requests further testimony concerning when the request was taken. Very well. Right now, I have to buy us more time. While we wait for the items De Killer left behind to get here, I just know that the very outcome of this trial lies with those items. Request taking. This request came to me, about a week ago. It was a request for my services on the night of the awards ceremony. We met at a certain bar to discuss and finalize a few matters. That is what occurred. I trust my memory, and I believe I have made no mistakes. So you physically met your client, huh? That is correct. Meeting one's client is the first step to building trust, in my opinion. I see. Well, Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please. 1 week ago, are you sure? Yes, I am quite sure. I, of course, had my own preparations, and I was barely able to finish. When you request my services, Mr. Attorney, I hope you will keep that in mind. Please, stop! In any case, my client this time had a very specific date and time in mind. A specific date and time? Did you ask why on that specific night? No. I tried to fulfill all the conditions of my client's request. But as for why, I only had my suspicions. Your suspicions, huh? Tell me more. So what are these suspicions you had? Why did your client request that night? I'm sure it was all for the bear. The bear? My client spoke of it. I'm sure there will be a bear-shaped figurine in Juan Corrida's room. I would like you to retrieve that item for me. You must be talking about this bear puzzle. Inside that figurine was a suicide note. Naturally, the victim brought it with him to his hotel room. He was planning to publicly disclose its contents at the press conference, after all. That is correct. And if I had not done the job that night, I would not have known where the bear figurine was. I see. Well, Mr. Wright, was the testimony just now of any importance? Yes, sir. The testimony just now has made one thing clear, and that is... the client knew the secret of the bear figurine. Huh? Why is everyone so quiet? Mr. Wright, I think all of us already knew that. Oh, really? Witness, please continue with your testimony. So you physically met Adrian Andrews, right? Of course I did. What was that? What was with a brief pause? Witness, I would like for you to give us a few more details. I always meet my clients as a matter of principle. I have never taken a request by telephone or mail. And why is that? That's because I value the trust between a client and myself above all else. And the only way to establish that is to speak to the client while looking them in the eye. Well, Mr. Wright, was the testimony just now of any importance? Yes, sir. Of course it was very important, Your Honor. If Mr. DeKiller had met his client before the murder, then it's unlikely he's mistaken. So you're saying that his client really was Adrian Andrews? I guess so. You see, it is just as I said. I'm so lost. Who the heck am I supposed to be helping here? Calm down, Phoenix. Think carefully and relax. Now then, the witness please continue. So your client was Adrian Andrews? That is correct. Well, he says the two of them met. But if they did, then there shouldn't be anything wrong with DeKiller's testimony. Well, there doesn't seem to be anything strange this time around. You have to draw more information from him, but you can't draw his suspicion. If you could do that, you should be able to find a flaw in his testimony somewhere. Talk about a delicate balance. Physically met Adrian Andrews. Yes. Pause. Press further. Give me more details. Yeah. Blah, 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 blah. It was very important. Why won't he tell me more? Was requesting my services on the night of it? Am I supposed to say, or am I supposed to let it go? Probably just my imagination. I need to find something more definitive to catch the sky. Okay. Okay. What am I supposed to do? 1 week ago, yeah. Specific date and time. You ask why? No. Press further. Not important, no. What am I supposed to do? Do I just press this again? Mine was Adrian Andrews, that's correct. Ha! Alright, well, I guess. Actually, I haven't pressed this one. Did I press this one again? I don't remember. Yeah, I did. Okay. We met to finalize certain matters. Well, how am I don't know! I'm gonna press this again. I'm so confused! You physically met Adrian Andrews. Yes, I did. Press further. Give me details. No. What if I said no? My meets his clients is not important and that wasn't the point. Witness, please stop sidestepping my questions. What do you mean by that? My question was, did you really meet Adrian Andrews in person? I have already told you, Mr. Wright. I did. It was only through talking with him face to face that I began to trust him. That's when I thought, I can trust this person as a client. It's true what they say about talking face to face. Well, Mr. Wright, was the testimony just now of any importance? Yes, sir! If I heard what I think I heard just now, then I think I've got him. Your Honor, I believe the testimony just now was of the utmost importance. Ah, really? That is the case. Witness, please include the statement just now in your testimony. Very well. Aha! I think I could just submit Adrian, but I'm saving again. Hehe. I would like to go over this one more time. You met Adrian Andrews at a bar and took the request at that time. Yes, that is correct. And that's when you thought he was trustworthy. How many times must I repeat myself? Yes, that is correct. I'm sorry, but that's an impossible tale. What? Shelley the Killer. You've never met the real Adrian Andrews. Why would you say that? Because you made one very big slip-up. About her. So what is the issue? What did you say just now? About her? If you'd ever met Adrian Andrews in person, one look would have told you that she is a woman. Oh! Order in the court. Mr. Wright, what is the meaning of this? This witness testified to the following. That he always meets face-to-face with his clients when taking their requests. He's never met Adrian Andrews in person. Yes, Your Honor. That is exactly the point. That means Mr. DeKiller's client could not have been Miss Adrian Andrews. Ew, that's so gross. Mr. Edgeworth, I understand your logic on this one. However, why would the assassin make such a basic mistake? I believe it has to do with her name, Your Honor. Her name? Yes, Adrian Andrews is, without a doubt, a very androgynous name. Yes, I see. Unluckily for Mr. DeKiller, the entire time he was on the stand, no one had stated Adrian Andrews' gender. And so, he simply picked the wrong gender to go with. What? What is going on? Shelley DeKiller, this court demands an explanation. I think somehow I must have mixed up this client with another. So does that mean you remember something different now? Yes, of course. Please, if you would allow me to testify once more. I know he's just going to spit out more lies. Very well. This time, please give us the truth and nothing but the truth. Request taking part 2. Yes, now I remember. I took that request by mail. There have been times when I took a job without having met my client. The request was for the murder of Juan Corrida and 2 or 3 other small things. When I saw the name at the end of the letter, I thought my client to be a man. So you took this job through a letter. He didn't mention anything about a letter in his earlier testimony, which means he's definitely lying. Careful, Phoenix. You break the assassin's testimony completely, it's over for us. I know. Can't make him suspicious, but I think we're okay. Like we could do this. As long as he's standing there across from me. No matter how strong of a punch I throw, he'll counter it. Now then, let's begin the cross-examination. Okie dokie. But didn't you just say that you always meet your clients? Yes, I suppose I did say that. However, there are some clients for whom a meeting is simply not possible. But didn't you meet your client this time? No, I did not. Oh, calm down. Let's stop with the game of cat and mouse. Using your silkiest voice is not going to work on me. Alright then, just cough it up and confess! Mr. Wright, you can't badger a witness with such harsh words. You're a lawyer, so behave like one and present evidence instead of mindlessly yelling. Now then, do you have any proof that Mr. DeKiller met with his client? No. I'm sorry, Your Honor. Unfortunately, I don't have any proof. I see. And your line of questioning was just another waste of time. Sadly for us, Your Honor, that is the nature of right and wrong. Yo! And why could you not meet with certain clients? Recently, I've been receiving more requests. If I met each and every client, I would lose some nice business opportunities. Nice business opportunities? On top of which, the times have changed. It is now the age of information and computers, correct? Well, I have joined the times, and now take requests via electronic mail. Electronic mail? You have to mail that in a specific insulated envelope? I'm very sorry. I despise the shortening of words. What I meant by electronic mail is what is commonly referred to as email. Email? In a contest of mimicry, the judge would beat a parrot, hands down. Oh gosh. Anyway, so you took this job without having met your client, and... Oh no! My bitrate. Gone. The request was for the murder of Juan Corrida and 2 or 3 other small things. Wait, no, let me press. 2 or 3 other things. Yes. And what were these other things? A few other things that have nothing to do with this case. What should I do? Should I let him slide with that? It'd be really bad if I pushed his buttons the wrong way and he got mad. Tell me though. Whether or not they're related to this case is for the court to decide. Mr. Attorney. Yes? Everything I have said from the beginning has been nothing but beneficial to your client. Which is why I wonder what is pushing you to continue with this cross-examination. Could it be that you are planning to betray your own client? I smell the stench of a backstabber. And should you turn out to be one... Wait! Uh-oh, this is looking really bad. I shouldn't press my luck. Alright, I have to think. Is this worth pursuing? Now. The killer sounds like one sharp man. I should try to find a better way to do this without making him suspicious. Okay, fine. Oh, thank you so much for the raid, Elsie. How are you guys? Everyone, please go follow Elsie. You're super, super nice, super good at art. Definitely check her out. Hello! How was your stream? Did you get much more done? I was there for a bit. Of course, bros cross-examining a radio? Yeah, just typical Phoenix things. It is the killer? Yes, it is. You didn't? Oh, that's okay. Sometimes it happens. Welcome, everyone. How are you guys? We are about to finish this trial. This is game 2 of the Phoenix Wright trilogy. So, if you want to avoid spoilers, you know, feel free to hop off. But, we're gonna try to finish it today. We were bad influences? Oh! You guys prevented her from being productive? Is that how it is? You're insulted! Insulted! Why? Also, feel free to keep chatting. I read chat in between dialogue, so... You should be stinky. Doesn't want your money. Oh. How interesting. Well, I'm sure if you really wanted to get it to her, you could find a way. I believe in you. Also, you stinky. Maybe it's an affectionate nickname. You know? Hopefully. Hopefully. Okay. We're pressing. So you're saying that you never saw your client's face? Not even once. You can hope? Oh, I see. Have you made it difficult for them? No donos. I did. Once. It was when I went to give my client the figurine. Yes, I see. Haven't showered in 3 days. Is there a reason behind that? Oh, thank you so much for the follow! Can I call you Smurf? Is that okay? But thank you so much, I appreciate it. Okay, awesome. You're on vacation? Fair enough. Vacation is time for break. Slouching around, fair enough. I also like slouching around. I hate being productive. For me, it's torture. Oh, really? You like working? Workaholic, I see. Well, hopefully you'll be able to get back to work soon if that's what you want. But enjoy your break too. It's important to have a balance. But Miss Andrews was wearing a mask at the time. A mask? A nickel samurai mask, I'm guessing. You're on vacation until the 20th? Oh, dang. Quite a bit of time. I like long breaks, though. Long breaks are good. I hope you have fun. Mr. Wright, what do you have to say about this? Do you have any problems with this piece of testimony? I don't think so. No? I think I could pull something out of what he said. Oh, you can? But it would be real bad if I said something and made him mad over something trivial. There are no problems with the testimony, Your Honor. We pretty much reached the end of our rope here. Oh, okay, cool. I guess I do need it. Okay. Thought my client did. Okay. Also, for context, I have played this game before. But it's been a while, so I forgot. Also, if you guys need to step away and get a drink or stretch or rest or something, you know, feel free. I'm gonna play this game again. Again, it's so good. It is. I'm going to play through all of the Ace Attorney games eventually, so I'm reliving them for the 3rd time, and it's great. Played through only the first game. The first game is really good too, though. I highly recommend playing through all of them if you have the time. Stop halfway through the second. I think the second one is actually the weakest out of all of them. I think. Maybe 5. It's between 2 and 5, but I really like the prosecutor in 5, so I'm biased. You really love Miles Edgeworth? Have you played the Edgeworth games? They're so good. You need to? They're so good. They're so good. I think they're honestly one of my favorites. Like, I love all of them, but the Edgeworth games are really, really good. And they're free on emulators. But you didn't hear that from me. Okay, let me save here because I'm scared. Saw a local game shop selling the physical copy and it was so tempting but so expensive. Yeah, the games are getting really expensive from what I saw too. I played them all on emulator because I am poor. But it was great. One thing does sort of stick out at me, Your Honor. Witness, I think you most definitely saw your client's face. Let's recall Mr. Powers' testimony. After the awards ceremony, I went by myself to Matt's room. Matt was standing there in front of his room, still in his nickel samurai costume. Matt gave the bellboy a tip. You received quite a large roll of cash from Mr. On Guard, and at the time, he was not wearing his nickel samurai mask. Oh! Order! Yes, now that you mention it, I do remember that. Gotta be an impulse buyer. I do feel that. But sometimes things are very expensive. And also, I think with the Edgeworth games, only the first one was localized officially for English. And so I had to play the second one as the fan-translated version, which is still really, really good. Like, I could hardly tell. But it kind of sucks that there's only one official one. You have to know Japanese to play the second one officially. I cry. Now that you mention it, I do remember that. Witness! Yes. That night I did wander the floor as a bellboy. I received plenty of tips that night for carrying juice to various rooms. Is that so wrong? Huh? You're 625 days into your Japanese lessons on Duolingo. Oh, that's crazy! I respect you. Oh my gosh, wait here. Let me play you an applause. Where's my applause? There you go. Did that work? You guys hear that? I feel like my sound alerts are very low. But yeah, congrats! 1,000 days to go. Or 1,000 more. You got this, I believe in you. Huh? The man who gave me that tip was not my client. He was probably just a very generous person. I'm sorry, but sadly we're not nearly so generous here. I could receive large rolls of cash by simply bringing people things on trays. Then why on earth would I stand around here prosecuting? Stream buffering like crazy? Oh no! My bitrate! No! Yeah, sorry about that, guys. My bitrate has decided to have a heart attack. It's working now, kind of, maybe. Yeah. Hopefully it doesn't die again, but it should be okay now, hopefully. Oh, the deja vu. And isn't a salary more than enough for one man? Yeah, it's not a you problem. It's definitely my connection. Because my OBS has a red bar, unfortunately. It does that sometimes. It was doing okay earlier. It's back to green now, so I think we'll be okay. Feel free to refresh the stream. There's still like 3 minutes of no pre-rolls, so I don't think you'll be hit by an ad. I hope. Thought it was me. I haven't quite gotten used to good bandwidth. Oh, I see, I see. I have ad blocker. Oh, okay, nice. Nice. Yes, feel free to use ad blocker. I love ad block. Mine doesn't work on Twitch, though, for some reason. I wish it did. And where is your evidence that the large roll of cash was not, in fact, a tip? Come, Mr. Edgeworth. Show me the money. What? You're using Brave browser. Oh, I haven't heard of that one. Maybe I should look into it. Mr. Attorney. Yes? You know, I think your line of questioning has been a little strange. In fact, I would say that you don't seem to believe Miss Andrews is my client. Built-in ad blocker along with other nick. Oh, that's so nice. Wait. That sounds really nice. Oh no, it's not like that at all. I just think lies aren't a good thing, you know? Oh, I know and agree. Lies are not good things at all. Irk. I think we are on the same page now, aren't we, Mr. Attorney? Remember, if I feel threatened in any way, I am free to cut contact at any time. I'm sorry, please forgive my foolishness. If only you were this apologetic all the time. Anyway, I do not see a huge contradiction here. Therefore, you may continue, witness. Uh-oh. Okay, do I have to press the first thing? Alright. I'm scared! Press. I think this is the one. The not? No, okay. Not that one. Oh yeah, the 2 or 3 other small things. You don't have throw notifications, missed a pair of pants. Huh? Wait, what? I did not set up notifications, you're right. That's me. I need to press further. Hold on. Whether or not they're related to this case is for the court to decide. Okay, get mad at me. Getting mad. Alright, press... I'm so scared. Press further. I think. Witness, this is a very important matter. Please cooperate and tell us what these other jobs your client requested were. If it is truly that important, I suppose I don't have much of a choice. The bear figurine. The bear figurine. After the assassination of the target, I was to find that figurine. I was told that this job was just as important as the actual killing. And where was that figurine? It was inside Mr. Corrida's suitcase. And then, what did you do next? I handed it over to my client right away. You gave it to your client? Interesting. This information certainly sounds important to me. Witness, please include what you just stated in your testimony. As you wish. Thank you, sir. Please was to find the bear figurine and give it to Adrian Andrews. I'm buffering again! No! Stop buffering! Getting OBS PTSD? Yeah, for real. OBS hates me. Please. Why, OBS, why? Okay, wait. Is it back? Is it back? Maybe? Here, wait, maybe if I just turn off my phone, maybe that'll work better? Come on, connection. Work with me. I think it's working? Maybe? Are you guys back? Let me know. My bitrate is going crazy. Come on. Work with me here. Okay, I assume we're back. Let me know if it's not. Or I guess let me know if it is. Find the paper. I found this figurine at Mr. Onguard's mansion. If you gave it to Miss Andrews, then what was it doing there? I was waiting for her there. Am I on wire or Wi-Fi? I'm on Wi-Fi. I don't have an Ethernet cable because our router is really far from my room. Yeah. Yeah, our router is like in the living room, and it's pretty far, and we have rabbits that like to chew up cords, so I can't have it stretching from my room to the living room. We're back? Nice, okay. Bless. Hopefully it stays that way. We're back in the green. Looks good? Alright, nice. Bless. Thank you, guys. I was waiting for her there. That was also part of the plan, to frame Mr. Onguard, I'm sure. That makes a lot of sense. Well, Mr. Wright, do you have any problems with this piece of testimony? Maybe? Maybe? Methinks? Probably? So the killer says he gave the figurine to Miss Andrews. But I know somewhere in that statement there's a contradiction. And yet, I know that if I present something trivial here, we'll cut the connection on his end. If you want to make a strong point, Phoenix, you have to present strong evidence. She's right. So now what, Dr. Wright? I have the bear. I have the bear. And it was in Matt's room. Found inside the figurine and tells him Guard's horrible. How do I don't know. I don't know. Okay, can I save here? I have the bear. I'm presenting the bear. Witness, let's go over this one more time. You gave Miss Andrews the bear figurine, and she told you to take the bear and wait for her at On Guard Mansion. Is that correct? Yes. Where are you going with this? Well, I think maybe you might have remembered a few things incorrectly. What? This is a battle of wits. I can't let up on him. I don't think it's possible for Miss Andrews to have been the recipient of this bear. 'Cause I have it! Shelly the Killer. If you had really given the bear to Miss Andrews, then this item should not have been inside of it. This item? I see where you're going. Yup, that's where I'm going. Where is everyone going? Do I need to pack a suitcase? Your Honor, please think back to Miss Andrews' testimony. And I was going to burn it, for her sake. If even for a single minute, this bear had actually been in Miss Andrews' hands, I'm sure she would have taken the suicide note out and burned it. Except it's a fake. Order, order, order. So that's where you two were going. So by the very fact this suicide note was still inside the bear, it tells us that your client didn't know how to disassemble the puzzle. Which means... It means, Your Honor, that it is impossible for Adrian Andrews to be the client. Oh! Let's go! Oh, order! 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 Mr. Phoenix Wright. I'm sure I mentioned this before. How I hate traitors above all else. I think your cross-examination has clearly demonstrated something to me. You must wish to break your end of our agreement. No, that's not... That is enough. If that is your intention, then there is only one thing for me to do. Wait, please! Gentlemen, ladies, please excuse me. I have a matter that I must attend to. No! Please! Not that! Please, wait! Radio is pissed. He's very angry. Mr. Attorney, bring this trial to a speedy end, and I may stay my hand. Otherwise... What in the... Mr. Wright, are you... Mr. Edgeworth? Yes, Your Honor. I didn't understand this witness's outburst just now. Do you think there is a need to hear more testimony, or is this enough? Existential crisis hitting him hard. Phoenix having his midlife crisis, but he's still in his 20s. Well, we should... Edgeworth, we can't do this! If we keep this up, Maya, she'll... The prosecution. What has come over everyone? Even you are. The prosecution rests. What is going on around here? The prosecution has no further questions, Your Honor. What? I'm actually wondering the same thing, Pain. Well, I never thought I'd see the day. This is a most unusual situation. I'm here very out of context. Oh, I could give you a speed run. Okay. So basically, Maya, this girl, has been kidnapped by an assassin by the name of Shelly the Killer. He's the guy on the radio. And we are defending this guy, Matt on Guard, who is the person who hired Shelly the Killer, but we're supposed to be defending him because Shelly's like, I never let my clients get guilty verdicts. So we have to protect him. So we're trying to pin the blame on Adrian Andrews, except we know that she's not the one that did it, and now Phoenix is having a crisis because he wants to do the right thing, but he doesn't want Maya to die. That is this case in a nutshell. Yeah, so we're trying to stall for time because the police are, they're trying to find Maya and Shelly, but we've kind of run out of things to do because now Shelly's very suspicious of us. Trying to get it? Okay, I'm glad. The prosecution rests with no further questions. Then, the prosecution has failed to uphold its stance. In that case, then, even though I am reluctant, I must believe that Mr. DeKiller's testimony is accurate. That would mean that Shelly DeKiller's client is Adrian Andrews. Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor? If I end the trial here, right now, then your client, Matt on Guard, would be declared innocent. What a name, Adrian Andrews. Yeah, she's Matt on Guard's manager, because Matt is an actor. And, she was, like, blamed for having, some kind of relations to his rival, this guy, who's dead. That's the guy the assassin killed. There's a whole lot of drama going on. And in his place, Adrian Andrews will be charged with murder. Miss Andrews would be charged with murder? Prosecution has no further questions, so we will now hear the defense's final remarks. Bailiff, please bring the defendant, Matt on Guard, to the stand. The items from DeKiller's hideout didn't make it in time. We tried as hard as we could, but it looks like our time has run out. I can't believe it! The outcome now lies in your hands. Yeah, there's Matt. Dude, did the old guy finally decide? Be honest, I can't think of you as a truly innocent and good person. Why'd they say bailiff? Now I'm thinking of that meme. What meme? I am not very well versed in memes, unfortunately. But there are bailiffs in the court. You have done enough evil to drive a woman to suicide. Huh. Never heard of it. But, at least on the charge of murder, it would appear you are innocent. There's his second personality. There he is. So, I guess even the old fuddy-duddy figured me out. Mr. On Guard. What an atrocious lawyer I have, giving his own client up like this. And that refreshing like a spring breeze crap, it's just as atrocious, don't you agree? Where did he get that glass? I don't know. It just kind of appears. I think it's chocolate milk inside. Anyway, get on with it and pronounce me innocent already. Right, Mr. Lawyer? It's very orange chocolate milk. It could be juice, I guess. Yeah, that too. Should I side with justice? Or should I save Maya's life? You'd better get on guard a guilty sentence, okay? But if I did that, Maya will die. But if I say he's innocent, then Miss Andrews will be charged as the murderer. Do I say he's guilty? Or not guilty? Either choice I make, someone's life is going to end. It all hinges on what I choose. Shoot him? In the court? Then we'll be charged for murder. Now then, Mr. Wright. Let's hear the defense's final statement on this matter. If the person who hired the assassin was Adrian Andrews, shoot the judge. What did the judge do? What did the judge do? I guess that would stall the proceedings, but still. And your client, Mr. Matt on Guard, is innocent. There's no need to ask, old man. After all, my lawyer's going to say what I want. Aren't you? Right. I can't do this. But I have to decide something. I can't count on the evidence to help me anymore. I have to listen to my heart. He'd charge you for murder when you shoot on guard. This is true. This is true. But I feel like Edgeworth would charge me too. My client, Matt on Guard, is guilty, baby. See ya! We are waiting for your answer, Mr. Wright. Get on guard. Your client deserves an answer. How very dramatic. The silence is crazy. Maya, I'm sorry. This is what she wants, Phoenix. It's okay. Matt on guard is... Let's go! Franziska von Karma! What are you doing here? Ow! You see now, don't you, Mr. Phoenix Wright? This is exactly why you should never take your eyes off of that scruffy fool. It's the whip woman. We love to see her. Did you bring them? The final pieces? Do you have them? You should know better than to ask that, Mr. Miles Edgeworth. Von Karma is perfect in every way. The evidence is here in perfect condition. Don't worry about Scruffy. He's fine, and his injuries are minor. All of the items are inside this. What a filthy old coat this is. That's Gumshoes. I can spot his tattered rags anywhere. I apologize for its ugliness, but there was nothing else to wrap these items in. I fought long and hard this whole trial, all for what's inside that raggedy coat. I'm sure that inside that coat lies a crucial piece of evidence. Your Honor, inside that filthy coat are the defense's final pieces of evidence. Your final evidence? This trial is already over. All that remains is for me to hand down my verdict. How does he get his hair so spiky? I bet he spends hours in front of the mirror with hair gel and hairspray. Every day. Not believe that any evidence presented now will change the outcome of this trial. What?
Objection!
Your Honor, it is our duty to examine every piece of evidence down to the last. I request that Miss Von Karma be allowed to present these pieces of evidence. I suppose you're right, Mr. Edgeworth. I grant permission to do so. However, this one obvious rule applies here. If these items do not bring up any new points, then they will not be accepted by this court. Now, Miss Von Karma, if you please. These pieces of evidence are items left by DeKiller during his escape from the police. He must have been in quite a rush. Yes, Your Honor. DeKiller left 3 pieces of evidence. Somewhere among the evidence we're about to see, there will be something that'll turn this whole situation around. Like a miracle. I'm sure of it. This is all we can hope for. The first item is a pistol. Does DeKiller's pistol have anything to do with this case? No. I'm pretty sure there was no gun involved in this case. There's no real benefit to hearing about it. Please present the next piece of evidence. Nice. The second piece of evidence is this videotape. I bet DeKiller took that from On Guard Mansion. More details, please. Have you checked the contents of that tape? Very German design. I'm pretty sure she's supposed to be, yeah. Unfortunately, there was no time to. Oh, yeah. But I would speculate that this tape is very important. Why would you say that? Because he came back to his hideout for it. Did Killer went back for it? That's right. It looks like he was trying to recover it. He injured 3 of the officers at the site. Oh, I meant the gun. Oh, really? Huh. Interesting. I wouldn't know. I don't know very much about guns. But somehow, it looks like they managed to protect it from DeKiller. Shelley DeKiller is no ordinary man. Nice. The last piece of evidence is this bellboy's uniform. Is that a uniform from the Gatewater Hotel? I mean, sure. Was that used during the crime? I'm almost certain it was. There's even a pair of black leather gloves in one of the pockets. There's no doubt about it, the killer was wearing this on the night of the murder. There is one thing I found interesting about this uniform. And what is that? There's a button missing on this uniform. A button? It's a very unique button. I'm sure if we were to recover it, it would provide us with an interesting clue. That is all I have to present, Your Honor. It's just as I thought. And what is that, Your Honor? I'm sure were we under normal circumstances, these items from Shelley the Killer's hideout would be very important clues. However, our question is not who did the killing. It is who is the client. Yes, that is correct. And these 3 items do not tell us anything about that. Thank you for your hard work, Miss Von Karma. You may step down now. Wait, Your Honor. Please allow me to examine this new evidence. Overruled. This court already has all the evidence it needs to hand down a verdict. Wonderful. Absolutely splendid. This judge is such a brilliant man, isn't he? Is this the end? Phoenix. I knew it. There's no such thing as a miracle in this world, is there? I think you're wrong. I think they do exist. But you have to make that miracle happen. You've come this far. You can't give up now. But, no matter how you think about it, it's... Try. For my sake. Just think about it for a second. There are 2 ways out of this situation for us. I still can't process the fact that everyone just lets Von Karma whip them. I mean, what are they gonna do, right? If they try to take it from her, she's just gonna whip them even harder. 2. The first. Make On Guard wish from the bottom of his soul for a guilty verdict. Huh? The killer will always place his client's wishes first. If On Guard himself wishes to be convicted, then he will let his hostage go. That may be true, but that's asking me to do the impossible. The second way. Force the killer to end his contract with On Guard. If the killer were to no longer think of On Guard as his client, then he would let Maya go. Mia! That's even more impossible! He's a man who values his duty towards his clients above all else! I know both of these seem like impossible feats at first. But if you could make either one happen, it would truly be a miracle. The bigger problem is, the judge has already said he doesn't need any more evidence. The pieces he was just shown, he's not accepting them. Phoenix, think things through from the other side. Isn't that what has always worked for us? The other side? Wait, does she mean... You mean... to turn things around? Don't worry, Phoenix, you have Renary armor equal to plot armor. Facts. I will save you, Phoenix. I got you. Phoenix, the judge says he doesn't need the evidence. If that's the case, then who does need it? The person who needs the evidence. The defense, prosecution, and the judge. We've seen all the pieces of evidence, and that is how we've come to know the truth. But there's one person who has yet to see them all, and that person does not know the truth. That truth. It may be what will bring about the miracle in the end. There are no objections this time, correct? Now then, I will pronounce my verdict. Why don't we all respectfully sit back and listen, kids? Let's go! I've already told you, Mr. Wright. This court does not need any more evidence. I'm not saying it's us that needs the evidence, Your Honor. Then, you want to show the evidence to that person? Yes, Your Honor. Please, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, you to ask with such passion. I will grant you one chance. One chance? Please show your evidence to who you think is the right person. That's impossible. To turn this situation around in one try. I got you, Edgeworth, don't worry. One try, that is all I will permit. I have to try to remember everything that has happened up to this point. Think, Phoenix! Think! There must be a way to save Maya while taking On Guard down at the same time. Now then, Mr. Wright, let's not waste any more time. Who would you like to show evidence to? Mr. the Killer! I see. And now, tell this court what one piece of evidence you would like to show this person. Oh boy. don't know! Let me save! Let me save! Frick! Bro wants me to think. I can't remember what I ate for breakfast today and he wants me to think. Literally same. Is it the camera? Or do I have to submit one of the new things? I don't know. But they're only giving me one chance! This is so evil! I'm gonna present the camera because it makes the most sense. Well, what do you think, Mr. Edgeworth? No! Frick! Don't have anything to say to this. Okay. Afraid I cannot allow the defense to continue. No, one more chance, one more chance. No, 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 no. Okay, well, now we get to see the bad ending. Do I have to submit the videotape? That is all. This court is adjourned. Hooray, bad ending! And just like that, the case came to an end. I ran away from the courtroom and wandered the streets alone. Why do they have confetti in the courtroom? Oh, sometimes they have fireworks. It's crazy. The killer is a man of his word, so I'm sure he released her as promised. I heard the verdict of Miss Andrews' trial a few days later. She was found guilty, of course. Based courtroom? Yeah. Fire hazard, though. The miracle never happened. Maybe it was never meant to. Because a miracle is something that doesn't exist. The end! Crazy. Now let me go back. I have save states. Thank you for the Titanic flute, Avery. Fire safety's for nerds and losers, apparently. That's what this court thinks. Okay, I present evidence. Let's go over this. Okay. Where are you going with this? I think maybe you're right. It's a battle of wits. I can't give up. I don't think it's possible to beat up this bear. Because the bear! Bear! We're just gonna speed run through this. It is very beautiful. Let's go. Speed readers be like, yeah, for real. There should be a speed up button somewhere, but I don't remember where it is, and I don't want to go punching every single button on my keyboard to find it. I can comprehend this. Good. Excellent. Shit, is it? Nope. So maybe I could find it. Hang on. Save. Because I think it is shift for emulator stuff. Text skip, full auto skip. Maybe they don't have it. Maybe it's just an emulator thing. Alt F4. That one would probably not work. That would speed up the shutdown of the game. Come on, bring in Franziska. Where is she? You tried. You did. You almost got me there. Hi, Matt. I wonder if that scar is from his cat. Because he has a pet cat, and it looks like claw marks. It's definitely the cat. That's what I'm saying. Guilty! I'm gonna take another save. Oh, yes, wait. I'll save after she comes out. Yeah. Franziska von Karma. We save here. We keep going. What are you doing here? She's back. Also, for context, the reason why she's not prosecuting this trial was because she was shot in the arm by Shelly to kill her, so Edgeworth took her place. But now she's back.
Objection!
3 pieces of evidence. Yes, okay, perfect. Thank you. More details are not needed. Oh god, the Shelly to killer's the real deal. He for sure is. I really like Shelly's character. He comes out in a couple more of the Ace Attorney games too. It's just amazing. The menace shot her faster than she could whip him. It's true, it's true. Question for more. Okay. Okay, and now we save here, just in case, again. Okay. Alright, let me present the thing. Let me present the thing. Okay, I'll just keep getting closer to that save point, I guess. That is how we come to know the truth. Okay, nice. Perfect. Dang. We are further behind than I thought. Alright, let me present. Let me. One chance. Nice. Give me that one chance. That's actually not one chance, because I have a save. I've got infinite chances, baby. Let's go! I think I almost played Papa's Cheeseria and grinded past rank 55 instead of watching this beautiful trial. I appreciate you sticking around. I really do. Alright. I would like to show to Shelly. And I will show him the videotape. Please work. Why? Why? Okay, wait, maybe it worked. Bailiff, please bring in the transceiver from earlier. Alright, looks like I managed to convince him. Let's go. Okay. The dialogue is different, yes, finally. Maya, she's okay, right? Didn't I tell you to concern yourself with bringing about a speedy end to this trial? Now, if I understand correctly, you wish to show me one piece of evidence. Yes, one is all I need. I have here a videotape. It was found at your hideout. I heard you injured 3 officers in your attempt to get this back. That was most regrettable. But he can't see! I know, they're just talking about it. They're just telling him. They're like, it looks like this. It's about this big. However, it was an order from my client. I was told to protect that videotape. I thought so. I'm afraid I seem to have failed in that regard. Do you know the contents of this tape? I was sternly told by my client to not watch it. So I have absolutely no idea. Actually, you are on this tape. Me. There was a video camera hidden at the crime scene. Your actions were being recorded. What? Is that true, Mr. Wright? Who was it that planted a camera? Well, the only person who could have planted a camera at the scene of the crime would be your client, naturally. That was Adrian Andrews. Be quiet and listen, Your Honor. Yes, sir. Your client specified a place and time for you, isn't that right? Yes. That was so they could film you. I had no idea. Mr. Wright, why would my client do such a thing? I would like to know why. Why did Matt on Guard film the crime scene? The reason why he did that is my ticket out of this whole mess. There's only one reason why your client would secretly film the crime scene. They wanted blackmail on you. Your client once told me something very interesting. We were talking about you, and this is what they said. The magic that happens here puts Freerun to shame. Oh, really? I haven't actually watched Freerun. Is it good? I haven't tried it, but I've heard it was good. But, like, is it good? Is it worth? But I'm no weakling. I don't believe in anyone. Least of all assassins. Your favorite anime of 2024. Oh, really? Okay. Maybe that's another one to put on my list of things to read or watch. Definitely worth? Okay. Do you know if, like, the manga's good? Because I think most people talk about the anime. Decided to read the manga too. Is the manga good? I actually prefer manga, so if it's good, then I'll read it. Oh, you haven't read it? Okay. Well, if it's good, let me know. Let me know. Get back to you on that one. Yeah, no worries. I appreciate it. Because I definitely prefer manga over anime, so I'm more inclined to try it if it's in book form. Oh, come on now, Mr. Wright. Assassins aren't above blackmail. Yes, that's where the video comes in. With that, I could keep him at bay, and even blackmail him if I want. Your client didn't trust you at all. They were thinking of using this video to blackmail you. What do you have to say to that, Shelly the Killer? Oh-ho! It looks like I was being deceived from the very beginning. Is bro sweating oil? I'm pretty sure that's what it is, but it looks really nasty. Yes, by a natural. That is the kind of person they are. Your client is a person who only thinks and plots of how to use the people around them to protect themselves from any and all dangers that may arise. That is the true nature of your client. I have one question for the witness. Yes. You told us one thing numerous times during your testimony. You said that you detest traitors most of all. Yes, that is right. But what if that traitor was your own client? What would you do then? That's obvious. I would break our contract in that case. And then, that client would become my next target. Gotta say, that's a high-tech radio. It's got expressions and everything. For the honor of the Killer name, even if it takes an eternity, I would follow that person to the ends of the earth to exact my punishment. I see. That's all I wanted to know. So the traitor becomes Killer's next target. Uh-oh. I get it! This is how we'll turn this case around! Mr. Wright. Yes? My contract with my client is over as of now. I seem to have a new job on my hands. I will now return to you your precious item. What the? I'm not an item! Maya, I thought I'd never see you again. Oh, thank goodness. This trial appears to have come to its conclusion. Maya is an item. She is an item. The legendary item. The super rare drop. She is a spirit medium, after all. However, I don't quite know what just happened there with the client and the witness and... Wah! Mythic, yes, I agree. Miss Montgomery, where did that... Edgeworth, did you...
She always has you in her sights. Now, I do believe it's time to finally hand down a verdict.
Don't worry, Judge, I'm sure no one else knows either. She's hiding under the desk. Mr. On Guard, it looks like somehow you got what you wanted. You'll finally receive the acquittal you wanted so badly. You should be happy.
But before that, I would like to make one final statement. Sometime in the near future, one very betrayed assassin may appear before you.
No, buffering, no, please, we're so close to the end. You can't be doing this, OBS. OBS, please. We're so close. Work for me. Work for me. Is it working now? Are we back? Are we back? I think we're back.
Needless to say, that man is very good at what he does. I'm sure you would understand what I mean if you watched this video.
Help me! Am I connected over Wi-Fi or cable? It's Wi-Fi. I do not have Ethernet. Seems to work? Okay, okay.
Now then, Your Honor, the verdict, if you please.
This all right with you, Mr. Wright? We finally reached the end of a very long battle. Whether he's convicted or acquitted, there's no escape for him now. Go on, Phoenix. Plead whichever way your heart tells you. Right, Chief. I get an option here, but I'm still gonna say guilty. Matt on guard. Even though I'm a lawyer, I cannot make your crime disappear. I think a guilty verdict is appropriate here. Me? My wonderful self? Guilty? Even if you got an acquittal, the instant you set foot outside the detention center, your life would be in danger. Didn't hear the answer to your question as it buffered. Oh, I'm on Wi-Fi. I do not have Ethernet because of rabbits. They would bite the cord, and that would not be good. No matter which way you look at it, you can't run away from your crime anymore. No! Guilty! 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 Maybe it wasn't his cat. Maybe it was him. As always, it looks like we have uncovered the real truth. Oof, yeah, it happens though. Can't be helped. I don't remember you helping out much in this. Understand the buffering now? Yeah, it's unfortunate, but it happens. Luckily, it's not as bad as it was yesterday. Yesterday, I couldn't stream at all. Mr. Edgeworth, how was Matt on guard?
Perchance it was him, for real. I have left Miss Von Karma in charge of his incarceration. I'm sure he's getting a full-course meal of whip leather right about now.
Very good. That was a close one, wasn't it, witness?
Yes. I plan to pay my debt to society for my own crime, Your Honor. The first time I was called to the witness stand during this trial, all I felt was despair.
She must be talking about the time Edgeworth really went after her. I guess she's trying to forgive him for what he did.
This witness. How should I put this? She has an illness. If you're going to say you would choose death, that is of no concern to me.
But after that, when I was alone at the detention center, that's the first time I really saw myself for who I am. And today, when the two of you used your combined strength to convict Matt, I felt like I'd finally been saved. Wow, this is the first time I've seen her smile. I'm really happy that you two were in charge of this case. I really don't know how to express how I feel at this moment. This is the first time I felt comfortable with myself, with who I am. Thank you so much, everyone. Looks like we have resolved everything at last. As for myself, there are still a few things I'm confused about, but everyone seems to be in good spirits. That's good enough for me. That is all. This court is adjourned.
You were great out there, Phoenix.
What I did out there was right, wasn't it?
This is the first time you've gotten your client off. You've not gotten your client off. You got them a guilty verdict this time. But you have to look past all of that to what's really important. You now realize that there's something more than just getting a not guilty, right?
Yes, I understand now.
Phoenix, think back for a second. Think to the moments before Miss Von Karma arrived with the final pieces of evidence. Think about the incredible decision you had to make.
Now then, Mr. Wright. Let's hear the defense's final statements on this matter.
I can't count on the evidence to help me anymore. I have to listen to my heart. Should I side with justice? Or should I save Maya's life?
My client, Mad on Guard, is...
Is he guilty, or is he not guilty?
Judge, you should try to understand everything before you judge. This is true! But he's always been like this. Thank you for the applause, Avery.
Those were your choices then, and your answer? Your answer spoke to what being a lawyer means to you.
Right! Edgeworth!
I have good news. Maya's now safe in police custody.
Really?
Pearls!
You're telling us the truth, right, Mr. Edgeworth?
Yes, she's quite safe. She's on her way here as we speak in a patrol car.
Mystic Maya! Mystic Maya's safe! You did it! You really did it, Mr. Nick!
Ow! She punches deceptively hard for a kid.
I believed in you. I kept saying to myself, Mr. Nick will save her. Mr. Nick will save her.
Thanks.
Oh,
What's wrong?
Miss Von Karma.
About earlier. Thanks.
Ow! Why are you still smiling, Mr. Phoenix Wright? You lost! Your perfect win record has now been crushed. And yet, you're still happy?
I don't think you'll ever understand, Miss Von Karma.
How dare you! Don't worry. She may in time. After all, I was like that myself until a year ago.
She looks like a squirrel. I can kind of see it, though. I, for reals, can kind of see it.
Edgeworth! For my own personal victories, and for guilty verdicts. I used every dirty trick in the book, and so my win record remained spotless. But a man appeared and stood fast against that selfish me.
I knew it. You knew what? What did you know?
So,
She likes to whip people, I see. Also, my bitrate is finally, I think, okay now. So if you guys want to refresh to catch up, I think it might work, hopefully.
I fought him in my usual manner, and tasted my first defeat. I felt like I had lost everything because of that. And then... it was my turn to sit in the defendant's chair. And I was saved by that person I called my enemy. I couldn't forgive myself for all that had happened, so I left the prosecutor's office. And I left that note. Prosecutor Miles Edgeworth chooses death.
As well as you should have. Your answers are very late. Yeah, it's because of the buffering. It's apparently not getting better. I cry. We're so close to the end, too.
A prosecutor who has shamed himself with defeat should crawl into a hole and die. That was not what happened. After I left the prosecutor's office, I finally came to realize something. It was in that moment of clarity that everything began to change.
Just buffer it now! Stop buffering! Stop! Pain.
What foolish nonsense! We prosecutors use anything we can to attack the defendant. But every time we did so, no matter how desperate the situation, instead of giving up like most people, that man would hold strong with his undying faith. And then, before I knew it, I began to trust in that man as well.
What? You trusted your enemy?
It doesn't matter how many underhanded tricks a person uses. The truth will always find a way to make itself known. The only thing we can do is to fight with the knowledge we hold and everything we have.
Somehow feel more at ease when I see buffering since I've gotten used to it in my bad bandwidth time. Oh, dang. Oh, we're finally back to green. Wait, we're back. We're so back, I think. But yeah, it's a struggle, but what can you do? If you guys want to refresh the stream now, it should work. I'm sorry in advance if you get hit with an ad.
Erasing the paradoxes one by one. It's never easy. We claw and scratch for every inch. But we will always eventually reach that one single truth. This I promise you.
The truth?
Yes. That is the reason why prosecutors and defense attorneys exist. But I'm sure you knew that already, didn't you, right? That's why you couldn't forgive me. This man who went into hiding. Isn't that right? This man who only had his sights set on victory. Who ran away into the night.
Is Mr. Edgeworth right, Mr. Nick?
You really let me down. When you disappeared, I felt betrayed. The reason I decided to become a lawyer to begin with was because I believed in the things you said to me. All those years ago. And you betrayed your own words. That's why, 1 year ago, I made up my mind. I decided that the Miles Edgeworth I knew had died. At least, that's what I told myself. You pathetic fool!
Miss Von Karma.
I don't want to hear the wretched whimpering of a disgraced loser. Von Karma is someone who is destined to be perfect. Miles Edgeworth, you are no longer worthy. You are no longer worthy of being a Von Karma. And neither am I. It's over. It's all over. Franziska threw something on the ground just now. Von Karma, stay away from the dictionary. Her favorite word is foolish.
This is an electromagnetic receiver.
Isn't that the thing she used to track Detective Gumshoe?
I'll return this to the precinct later. There's something else.
Of course it is. Yes, indeed.
Isn't that Miss Von Karma's whip?
Never set foot in another courtroom again. I'm sure that's what she's saying by this action. You should keep this, right?
What is Phoenix going to do with the whip? Okay.
Nick!
She left her whip. I know! It's so over. She gave up. Maya! This is the end. It truly is. It really is the end.
Mystic Maya! Mystic Maya!
Oh, Nick! I knew you would come through. You caught on guard convicted like I knew you would. And on top of that, you even rescued me. Well, of course I did. You know I would never desert you. Well, we sure pressed our luck this trial. You're really lucky to be standing here.
Whatever, whatever.
Look, it's over, okay? Besides, if I did croak, I'd just come back and haunt you like a bad ghost through Pearly. Is it really that easy to do something like that? Thanks a lot, Nick. Don't mention it. Maya will ask for a burger, I'm calling it now. Oh yeah, for sure. She's hungry. She's been starved for like 2 days now. Maya.
Oh, Mr. Edgeworth.
I'm relieved you're alright.
Hey, looks like you've made some real progress, Mr. Edgeworth.
Well, I suppose I'm a little different from who I was a year ago. That was the weirdest stomach growling noise I've ever heard.
Alright, I think it's time we got out of this depressing place.
Huh? Where are we going?
Food, Nick, food! Grub, chow, I'm starved. I'm so hungry, even you look like a nice juicy burger on a bun to me, Nick.
You think I look like a burger? I'm a prime rib at least. Called it? Yes, you did.
Come with us, Mr. Edgeworth, please.
You insist. Alright. So how about we hit up our usual burger joint?
Don't be silly, Nick.
Huh?
This case messed up that awesome evening and got in the way of my gourmet food. So I decided that we have to make it up by having another feast.
Another feast?
Come on, Nick. Food!
Hey, pal, sorry to keep you guys waiting. Shoo, are you alright?
You make her sound like a bratty teen. She is a bratty teen. She's like 16, I think. Oh wait, she's right there. 18, my bad. She's 18. Perfect, thank you.
Yeah, but I'm really embarrassed. I didn't think I would hit a telephone pole of all things. A telephone pole? Then it wasn't a red light that got him?
You did it again, city boy. I felt like my dear old heart was gonna give out on me. I ain't joking.
Yeah, it was more exciting than the very last episode of The Steel Samurai.
Thanks. Now, looky here, Mr. Snooty Prosecutor. Don't you reckon you bully Mr. Right too hard? If you don't start being a lot nicer to him, he might just kick it. Tonight, even.
I'll keep that in mind.
Well, come on now. Everyone gather round. Y'all are gonna get your picture taken by a genuine professional photographer.
Why is that woman here? She was taking some photos of the crime scene. Let's see, she got this shot, I think, or no, was that her? Of course she was, yeah. No, I think it's this one. She got this photo. So she was a witness earlier. Looks like Lotta bought herself a new camera. Well, pal, at least we can put this messy case behind us now. Come on, tonight's all about eating, so let's go chow down, pal.
Amen to that, pal. Amen.
You know, when you think about it, you were the one who saved the day, detective. Huh, me? You really think so? He's right. If it wasn't for the 3 items you took, I think this trial would have had a very different ending. You know, it's... Huh? Wait. That's odd. When I ran off with the things from the killer's hideout, I was sure I took 4 things in total, sir.
What? 4?
Yeah, I'm sure I put one of the items in my coat pocket. There was a 4th item?
Aw, come on, y'all. It's over. But who, boy? I tell you, you really are something else. Between getting accused of murder and getting kidnapped. Never a dull moment with you, huh? You think?
Why does she look so happy about that?
We're being shut away for 2 whole days. Aren't you scared?
Yeah, it was really scary. I felt so hopeless. So, to keep my mind off things, I drew a picture. Sounds like you had it rough, gal. So, where's this picture of yours?
Yeah, I want to see it. I want to see Mystic Maya's picture.
You know, I don't know where it went.
Aw, that's too bad.
Well, it's alright. It wasn't anything important anyway.
It's the 4th item, very special picture indeed. It was evidence. Ah. Sure is nice to finally see them both smiling again.
What is it, Edgeworth? This thing is picking something up. That's Miss Von Karma's receiver! Thanks to her, I had the most awful experience of my life, sir! Can't believe she stuck a tracking device on me! That's odd. Even though you're standing right here. The tracking device seems to be in a different location. Oh, it's probably busted or something, sir. Well, doesn't matter. I'm afraid it's about time for me to excuse myself. I still have some work to do.
Huh? But Mr. Edgeworth, you haven't even eaten anything yet.
And you've eaten way too much, you glutton!
I had fun tonight. Now if you'll excuse me.
Wait,
What?
I just want to say, thanks, Edgeworth. You really saved me out there. Let Maya eat Phoenix, let's not!
If anyone should be saying thanks, it should be me, right?
I feel like words alone aren't enough here. Wonder if there's anything I can give him to express how I feel. I apologize. All good. What do I give him? Let Maya eat Phoenix, yes. That's better. Punctuation is very important. What do I give Edgeworth? You want my attorney's badge? I don't know what to give him. Card? Thanks, buddy. Have a whip? I don't know what to give him. I actually don't know. I'm gonna give him the whip.
What's this?
Thank you. It's all thanks to you two. Give him bloodied egg. Oh, that's a button. It's a really, really big button. It's, let me see if I can find picture. Crime photo. Yeah, you see the buttons there? And where the knife is, one of them is missing. It's that button. It looks like an egg. It really does. It's very big. You and her. Yeah, big button. Big bloody button.
You don't need to thank me. I was only doing my job.
It looks like Mr. Edgeworth has left, Mr. Nick. Hey, Mystic Maya.
Yes, Pearly?
I guess you two could go back to being lovey-dovey, right? You and Mr. Nick, I mean.
Pearly? Would you cut it out already? You're embarrassing me.
Anyway. So, who's paying for this lovely dinner party?
That's if you need to ask. Everyone say thank you to Nick.
Huh? Oh yeah, I'm kinda at the point where I can't even buy instant noodles, pal. So I kinda already put your name on the bill. Huh? Huh? Yeah, I got me a situation just like that myself. There's this camera shop in this hotel, see? And I just bought myself this good old beauty here. It better be anyhow for $3,000. Huh? 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 Don't worry, Nick, you have infinite money, does he though? I don't think his clients pay him, actually. Actually, I reckon you bought it for me since it's on your tab and all. Huh? 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 Huh?
Isn't this great, Mr. Nick? Yeah, Nick.
Why do I suddenly feel like screaming?
Aw, you don't need to hold back now, you hear? His clients pay him in smiles? Exactly. Yeah, pal, time to let it all out.
This is going to be the first time I hear the real you.
Go on. It's been a while since I heard you say it. I've been busy being a hostage and all. Alright then. If you say so. Nick about to commit mass genocide? He's gonna be the next defendant. Let's go! You really came through for me, Nick. I had to hide that letter, but I knew you'd find it. I really feel like I've been living on the edge lately. I mean, I've escaped death 3 times now. Pretty cool, huh? I feel like a pro. What a great ending. Nick bankrupts, Maya eats, everyone else kinda exists. It's the best ending you could ask for.
I'm so happy that you could save Mystic Maya, Mr. Nick. And I'm so happy for the 2 of you. Speaking of which, I think this hotel is a popular place for honeymooners. So I sort of made reservations for the two of you just in case.
Girl, how did they let you reserve a room? Oh my lord. Well, pal, looks like I'm back on the force again. Mr. Edgeworth had a long talk with the chief, and he got me reinstated for my sake. Heard he said things like, letting that one go is bad for all of society. I knew it! Crashing headlong into everything is the only way to live, pal! How did they let a child do that? I know, this is crazy.
Hi, Maggie Bird. I'm retiring this uniform as of today, sir. I'm going to be a waitress from now on. I bring smiles and joy to people who come by the restaurant, sir. I hope you'll stop by sometime, Mr. Wright.
Well, I honestly totally forgot Maggie was a part of this game. Ah, for war. That's an interesting career, yes.
Yes. Are you here to visit a patient? I'm Director Hardy. Recently, yes. That girl, you know. I haven't seen her around. Yes. But I remember, even if I even laid so much as an eye on her, it would go crack. It didn't matter if I got whipped, though. Yes.
It's time to begin our quest of world circus domination, sweetie! And to let the world know that we are serious, I plan to make a fabulous flight to Zimbabwe.
Hey, Max. What do you think Zimbabwe's like? Do you think there are castles made of cake and bunnies who can talk?
I think if there are any talking bunnies, even they won't laugh at most jokes. That was some vile voice acting. Thank you. I tried. I had to make him the most disgusting character in existence.
I'm ready. There's no way these jokes are gonna fall on deaf ears. I'm going to be more contemporary with my humor. Mo Curls represent. We've got our new act all worked out. Prepare for the Hallelujah Chorus. Say something, will you? You're supposed to start this off. Get on with it.
It was a highly enjoyable stream. I'm so glad. I love Ace Attorney, so I'm glad you guys are enjoying it too.
What's this? Track! It's just an ordinary electronic razor recharging on its stand. I can't believe this, really. How long do they plan on making me do this? But it's Edgy Poo's idea, so that means it must have a deep hidden meaning. But why do I get the feeling they wouldn't forget about me, would they? It was never like this in the old days. Everyone thought the world of me. They used to call me Queen Wendy and treat me like royalty, and any man who hadn't heard about this is gonna feel a pain in my heel. Yes, I'm gonna feel a burn. And speaking of burn, playing with fire is very dangerous because of the warehouse where they stored the scenery were burned right down at the...
I can't read. I cannot read! I appreciate everything you and Mr. Edgeworth did for me from the bottom of my heart. Oh, that's right. I received a letter from Miss Von Karma. She said that after I get out, I should feel free to consult her about anything at all. I'm really thankful to have met everyone. Consult her about what? I'm sorry, but she's like 18, bro. What's she gonna do for you? It has become difficult for me in this country as of late. As such, I will take a short leave of absence. If you would like to request my services, please be sure to visit my homepage. May we both be blessed with longevity. Buy a burger? True. Could eat a burger. Honestly, gonna order one tomorrow? Yeah. Treat yourself. Get a nice burger. International Departures, Gate 12. Where are you going, Franziska? How did you know I was here? With this. I heard you were planting things on a certain person. Things like tracking devices in his coat, for example. That's just like you. I only planted it there because he was always wearing it. This filthy, drab coat of his. I don't know how it ended up in my luggage. But it's going in the trash, I promise you that. Oh, that's right. Speaking of that man, he told me something very interesting. When I ran off with things from the killer's hideout, I was sure I took 4 things in total, sir.
4 things?
It seems he put the last one in his coat pocket.
He put it in here. It doesn't matter anymore. The case is already over.
What are you going to do now?
That's none of your business.
Are you running away?
Shut up! You don't understand a thing. You can't possibly understand what it means to be Manfred von Karma's daughter.
Franziska.
So many expectations from everyone around me. Expectations I must fulfill. I'm expected to win no matter what. And failure? Such a thing is not an option for me. My father was a genius. There's no doubt about that. But me, I'm no genius. I've always known that. But I had to be one. I had to.
May not be a genius like your father.
But your father falsified evidence that he did, and she learned from him.
You are a prosecutor. You have been and always will be.
No, I'm not. Not anymore. I've even thrown my whip away.
Speaking of that, Wright gave me this to hold on to. Right. You knew something like this would happen, didn't you?
Are they gonna let that through security? I mean, I guess they did since she came to this country, but like, that's crazy.
Going to say this again. We prosecutors do not fight for personal honor or pride.
The guy on the left in the back, the left middle in the background looks like he's done with life. For sure, the one sitting on the bench. Yes, he's a mood, honestly. He's just so tired.
I hope you will think deeply about what you should be striking down with that whip.
You haven't changed a bit. You've always left me alone and walked on ahead without me. Miles Edgeworth. I've always hated you. And then, finally, my chance to take my revenge on you arrived. If I could win against that man, if I could make Phoenix Wright bow down in defeat, then this girl you left behind would have risen higher than you. That was supposed to be my revenge.
I see.
You know, I can't do it. I can't change who I am. I can't throw away everything I've been until today.
I believe you can. Just like how Adrian Andrews did.
Adrian Andrews?
You were going to use her during the trial, right? But you were dependent on your father by using his tactics. Isn't that right? Today, you chased after me, after I had left you behind all these years. And that's why we're standing here now, side by side. But I have no intention of stopping. If you say you are going to quit your walk down the prosecutor's path, then this is where we part ways, Franziska von Karma.
No, he made her cry! I am Franziska von Karma. Don't think I'm going to walk in your shadow forever. No, it's buffering? No way? I should have good bit rate. Not now. Kiss already. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Yo. Our battle begins now. So you'd better prepare yourself, Miles Edgeworth. You ship them? Oh. I mean, I guess they're not blood related, but Phoenix Wright.
One day, someday, I'm sure we'll meet again in battle. Until then, this last piece of evidence that never made it to you, I'll take good care of this fourth piece, so I can give it to you when at last we meet again. In the words of Todd Howard, it just works. You know, to each their own. Preferences are a thing. Look, it's the Phoenix Doodle! It's the drawing! It's so cute. The little phoenix. Too smart. Big brain, big brain. Let's go! We finished the game! Your IQ is so high, you're a genius. Figured out the whole trial, and you just came for the latter half of it. But let's go! We're done! Where's my applause? There we go. Let's go! I am very pleased. That's another one done. We'll be continuing the Layton series now, since I alternate between Ace Attorney and Professor Layton. So that'll be for next time.